What's up, guys? So today we're just gonna go through real quick how we install these little headlights. This is a tougher install on the EMF 12 volt set, but we're gonna go through how we do it on kind of a different number plate that doesn't have that little spot in the top that I used if you saw the other video. If you haven't, check that video out as well, but let's jump into it. So I have already just routed the wires and installed this. It's stuck in there somewhere where I had space, but sometimes this isn't exactly the top, so we can kind of go ahead and turn this on to see exactly where that's going to start up. So we can see right there, it's kind of a start up on the top, and we'll go ahead and mark our top. So you are going to need some sort of drill and probably some drill bits, somewhere around like a 1/4 inch bit, I think. But we'll check that out in a second here. So do note this is just a tougher install. If you're planning to get this, it is going to be like more of our hard style install. Okay, so we got that line lined up center. I'm pretty much just kind of set out where I want it and holding it to get a mark. So we are going to just kind of mark where that little clip is. And then you kind of want to drill on the back side of the size of the clip. Otherwise, the clip's just going to kind of not hold it. So that is the trickiest part, and we'll try to go over that. Alright, so we see on the top we kind of have that little mark. Now we know that's the back. So we're going to just kind of go ahead and fill that in. Now, this is the important part. We want to stay to this back side of the line. This clip, if we drill too far to this side, the clip's not going to clip. So we want to actually kind of push that mark back, but we want to know that's where we're going to sit. So we will go ahead and pretty much drill more on that line. And then we're going to probably try to drill in the middle. Drill them together. So we kind of just connected those two lines together by moving our bit. And now we kind of have a little spot. So we'll go ahead and see how that fits. Alright, so then now we really got to make sure we line up these other clips really well. So with that kind of held into the clip, you want to make sure on the back side too, when you're marking it now, that it is clipped in. And this is the tricky part. We are just going to kind of mark the sides on this and do that same thing. So it's hard to see, but we have this to connect our dots, and that's our little square. So again, we want to really make sure we drill to this back side so that these clips are going to actually clip into it, because that's the key to this working out. So we actually don't want to really drill that whole square out as much. We want to drill on the line on the back side. Alright, so I don't know if you guys could hear that snap I just did off camera. Try to push it back through. So that was that's what we want. This was actually another great demonstration. Alright, so hopefully you guys can see. If we see this, we're kind of having to stretch it almost. So we can see we're not in at all yet. But we're kind of pushing and it snaps in and it hooks because we didn't drill too far this way. We stayed to the back side. So with two of them on, it's already holding pretty well. So now it kind of lines up. The third is best. Alright, so again, we're just gonna, now it's telling us where it wants to be. We'll mark the sides and the front. Now it'll kind of tell us where we need to connect the dots to. And I do want to say, of course, it's important to make sure you're marking the sides all the way back to where the back of the clip ends. And just kind of feel that you're marking it back. Alright, so again, most important, we're drilling on this back line that we marked. And then we just filled that line in because this was our marks we traced. We filled that in, and that's what we're drilling on. So we're actually going to drill right on it. drill them together. Okay, so once again we have this little line across. So we can see, like right there, you know, our line's still there and the clip needs to be pushed back to get into it. So we'll clear the back out, we'll push it, and there it's snapped in again hard. So that's what we want to have. This thing is now on there. So I did have a mishap where I drilled a hole wrong over there before, but whatever. Alright, so we can see that thing is like, it's on there. We've had them tested for a minute with people to see who can drill it on and everything. So this is, like I said, this is not an easy one. If I need to sell like these as, you know, an extra $10 and it comes with this plate as this, let me know. Obviously I don't, still not perfect, but it gets the job done and looks pretty cool once it's all up and going. Again, this has all kinds of crazy settings you guys can check out with different colored underglow matching rings and colors and everything. So check it out. We'll have there's different modes, there's different kinds of different scrolling settings, different cool color options, and all kinds of stuff. So there we can see finished on the bike. It's looking pretty darn good. You know, obviously we just put the zip ties in, we plugged it all in, threw her on there, so looks awesome. But thank you guys for watching. Check it out on electricmotovfamily.com if you want one. Do note this plugs into the EMF 12 volt system only. So this is made for our plug and play 12 volt system, and it's going to plug and play into that. So check that video out as well. That goes through that system, and we'll be adding more and more cool stuff like this hopefully. So thank you guys for watching. Take care. We'll catch you next time.